It is called America's Game. Army and Navy hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Tradition, pageantry. It's a game like no other. One in which the nation's finest will battle and fight for the privilege to sing second. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Black Knights will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Navy's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. All of these players on the field might have a higher calling, but guys, in this one, tough, hard-nosed running games against stout defenses.
And almost every year we go to this game, and there is absolutely nothing like it. The pageantry before the game, on the field, honoring everybody there, and realizing they're not just fighting for a game, they're fighting for everyone in the stands. And so it is one of the coolest scenes every single year.
And there's a lot of pride in this game, too, between Army and Navy and the bragging rights. It's been going on now for decades and for over a century. This game at the end of the college football year, it just means more to these two teams.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Horvat. Pocket starts to collapse. It's on target and complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
The give to the fullback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Line getting set on second down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Third and short from the 49 is this four-down territory. Makes a connection. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game, and the Mids blew them out.
And since that first blowout, obviously, this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But, Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old-school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport, this is it right here.
Navy will have it with a first and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They've methodically worked their way down the field. The 11th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Army's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Wants to throw. It's Daly. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Navy will go back on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a good...
Off he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone. Goes to the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Give to the big fullback. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Horvat. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Run it with the fullback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. A little old-school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Here comes the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. On the move, it's Stewart. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Running back goes in motion. On the option, he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Lining up to convert 3rd down. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Black Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll ride his man on the option. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the fullback. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. A run for the quarterback. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Horvat.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. And he breaks into the open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. Now on the option. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down, and much more. Really good execution by this offense. On the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Now on 2nd down. The option look. He'll pitch it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Stepp. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. The back goes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. They march 72 yards, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Back to pass, it's Daly. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Kent. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, there are rivalries, and then there is undeniably the most meaningful rivalry in sports. And the battle for the chance to sing second in today's Army-Navy game has been a sight to behold. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Army and Navy plays out.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Pulls his way forward. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Navy will go back on the attack. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Chapman. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Set up for second and short after that completion. On the option. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. They'll line up for a second down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Here comes the option. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. On the option. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Big fullback's got it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on third and goal from the 2? The give to the fullback. Touchdown, Navy! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. On the ground, it's Stewart. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Give to the fullback. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick toss. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. Running back goes in motion. Now on the option. The Black Knights pick up the first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes. Just hit you in the mouth.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. On the option. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. Rams him with the stiff arm. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Back to throw, it's Daly. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bryant. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A 3rd and long coming up here. Fullback's got it. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. Navy will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Daly. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're setting up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. To give to the big fullback. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Here comes the option. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Trying to get to him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. On the option. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Black Knights want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Daly. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Army!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He's looking to pass. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And here comes the Navy offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Sticks it in his belly. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They want that clock to run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Looking to throw, it's Daly. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. On target. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Black Knights in the hurry up. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Daly. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back down.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just 1 play. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee.